Welcome. For those who don't know, my name is Mandy, and no, I'm not usually the scatterbrained. It's been a week. I'm one half of Salt and Sass Games, and today we're going to be playing Around the World in 15 minutes. So, Around the World in 15 minutes is a roll and write game. It's supposed to be like a print and play. It's a Shiny Pigeon. Yeah, I deserve a laugh. This is terrible. Shiny Pigeon. I think it's Shiny Pigeon's printable games. They do printable games, and this is one of them. I done one previously on the channel. And this one's just supposed to be super quick and short for you to play. And yeah, let's so we're gonna do it again. And hopefully I'll play better with people than I was doing it by myself with nobody listening. It was hilarious. Like, I mean, yeah, it's normal to have quiet streams, but I was like, this is really quiet, like abnormally quiet. I'll be fine. It's Friday. Let's blame it on that, everybody. All right. So yeah, let's jump into the game. Hope everyone's having a better Friday than I'm having, because apparently I'm all over the map. All over the map, which is what we're gonna do right now. So let's head on over to the other screen here. All right, let's do a thing. And yeah, we're gonna go through it again. Don't be daunted by the 20 turns, the tracker here. It goes pretty fast, hence the whole 15 minutes. Let me change this. Okay, hold on. Get my microphone up. Okay, there we go. Now we're cooking. Please let me know if sounds are too loud, not loud enough. I have a little bit of music in the background. But we don't want it to be super, super distracting. So, okay. Let's jump into this. Welcome. If you're just hanging out, chilling, lurking, that's cool too. If you've played this game before, let me know. It is on Kickstarter, but hey, maybe you are privy to receiving a copy. If you're new to board games, welcome. This is something that's on the lighter side, but it might be something that appeals to you. I've opted to use the chonky dice, which I don't think roll amazingly well, but we're going to use them for today. So, quick overview, because now I'm well versed in it. We're going to be playing this solo. It does play with multiple people. Normally you have someone who acts as the navigator. For us, we're just going to be trying to compete to get the best score, so against the game in essence. This is going to be tracking the rounds. Normally the navigator will roll the dice and dictate the actions people take. In our case, we get to roll both dice, and we get to take both actions. That's kind of a little different. So you're using it as a round tracker, but I do believe this is the part that I wasn't 100% sure about, but you end up, the end of the game is triggered. You're going to, when you reach back to your starting location, but you're trying to hit up 2 cities in each continent or area, and then get back to wherever you decided to start. And that'll trigger the game end. And that's, I believe, it's in the solo game. It's 2 or more. Let me just double check. Yeah, end of the game is triggered when a player's visited 2 or more cities in each region has returned to their starting city. The player that does this scores bonus 3. We're solo, so hey, I guess we get the 3 if we make it. I don't know. I guess so. The navigator, again, is usually a player. In our particular case, that's not the case. So what we do is we get our 6-sided die. We're going to be taking both of those actions. It says we begin by putting the navigator token on the first space on the turn tracking sheet, and then we're going to roll the dice. Hey, Chelcat, thanks for popping in. You might have missed it. I literally was playing this game and I forgot to hit stream. So I was like, it's so quiet. I usually hear from Chelcat a little hello or something, but maybe they're, super busy today. No, yeah, so I literally talked to myself for 45 minutes. So I'm like, yeah, maybe I should hit stream so you all can actually see what I'm doing. So hopefully you're having a lovely day and not doing scatterbrain things that I'm doing. So it says that we're going to, as players, take 2 actions. So instead of a navigator choosing an action, we just roll the 2-sided dice, and the dice determines that all players must do that turn. So this part is a little weird to me because we're going to be moving the tracker after every turn. It doesn't say that, but I'm assuming that's what we're doing. And the thing is, if it gets here, it says the end of the game is triggered when the players visited 2 or more cities in each region. and return to starting city. So even if you get there, I don't think it really matters. But you, in the other game, if you finish early, you get points based on that, but not in the solo game. So not 100% clear on that, but we'll make it work. Yeah, Chelcat, I'm having a day. Hopefully this win is better. It gives me a chance to start over. So I do have to pick a starting city. So we'll just stick with our tried and true. I've been choosing London. Will be our starting city. We'll do a little star there. And then we're going to roll the dice and get moving. Okay, you were waiting. Yeah, I saw you too. That's why I was like, oh, they're there. So yes, I apologize. Normally I'm like 5 or 10 minutes late sometimes with meetings. No. Literally ran through the entire thing. And didn't hit stream. I appreciate you waiting though. That's very kind of you. I'm rolling a 3 and a 5. And I'll tell you what's going to happen as well. Here, in order for me to get around the board, I need to be able to move, right? But there are other actions like collect, explore as well. So let's swing back over here so we can do that. The zoom on this is not amazing, but we'll try it. So here we go. So we've got a collect action, and you'll see these symbols in the continents there. So that's an action we can take. If we roll a 3 or a 4, we have the explore action, and these symbols are in the different cities. So if we're there and we roll a 5 or 6, we'll be able to mark off one of these symbols. And then if you roll a 1 or a 2, this lets us move from city to city. Okay? And then we'll do some endgame scoring when it's triggered. That's all that's going to happen. And Shellcat, you said you had spreadsheets to keep you occupied. Oh, good times. Yeah. I mean, I do love a good spreadsheet from time to time, but not overly exciting. So I get that. So right now, we're not really moving anywhere. So we have a collect action. So that means we can look at the continent or the area, and that one's a cup and a shirt. So I get to choose one of those things. I will just do the cup. And then the 5 is an explore action, which lets me see what city I'm in, and I get to take that, one of those symbols. In this case, we'll take the little building. That's that turn. That's it. It's a bad spreadsheet. Oh no, as in like boring, or it's not one you put together and you're fixing it because somebody screwed it up. Those are my favorite. When you do a spreadsheet and people mess around with it. Yeah. I'm being sarcastic. It actually really irritates me. Especially when you're using any type of coding or anything in there. Oh my gosh. They're like, don't touch this. Please don't change this. They do it anyway. Oh. Okay, I rolled a 2 and a 4, which means I can, in fact, move. Learning my lesson, we will be doing some movement, because that kind of screwed me a little bit. The 4 is a collect action, so I could stay here and then do it, but it doesn't really make a huge difference in this case. So we're going to go from London, use my move action to go to Toronto, if you want to be very, but Toronto, so we kind of say it. And then if I do the collect action, it allows me a cup, or the yellow credit card thing. So I'll do that. And they don't have to be in order. We're going to be scoring rows and columns at the end of the game for completion. Okay, I threatened my old team over an old spreadsheet yesterday, but this one is just bloated and needs to be replaced by something else, but we don't have that else yet. Oh, that's my favorite. Again, sarcasm here. That's exactly it. When you just have some random stuff in there and, oh my gosh. And it's always you who has to figure out the something else, right? That's always my favorite part. You're like, what? It's like, okay. Yeah, I've been there many times. All right, so we're on to turn 3. So we do get another movement. Like, I'm about the movement right now. But I also get an explore action, which is going to get me another one of these symbols. We definitely want to hightail it out of here because I need to make my way back. And then we can play around a little bit if we need to. So let's move. Let's move. I could go to New York City. Keeping in mind I have an explore action, which will get me some symbols. Oh, I don't really like any of these options, but matter. We'll go here. Let's go to Mexico City. And that's my movement. And then the explore action. I like the comedy and tragedy masks because I get to choose one of the symbols that are there. That works. Ooh. Yeah, so now we're on to the next round. Or the next turn, I should say. 2. And 2. Okay, so when you roll a double like this in solo, you have to take the first one as it is, so it's a 2, and then the second one you can replace it with whatever other action, so a collect, explore, or another travel if you so choose. We are definitely going to move because I'm on the struggle bus here. Let's go down to... I could stay here and then come back down here, but like honestly, trying to complete areas, we're testing it here. So we'll come down to Lima. And I could continue to travel, which isn't bad because then I can hit all the places. I think that's probably good. I'll just do that. So we'll just go here to Santiago. So Santiago, I know well because I visited there and one of my good friends is from there. So I spent a lot of time there. It's quite nice. So Santiago's a place I would like to revisit. Has anybody been to Santiago or other places that are of interested to you in South America? All right, next turn. Whoops. I got a 6 and a 6. Wow, I'm rolling lots of doubles now. Interesting. So the 6 is an explore action, which the explorer gets me one of these little symbols. Don't mind if I do, so I will take that. It's me another building symbol. Again, getting more of those gets me points. And I could move, which I think I could move up to Rio de Janeiro, which kind of completes this area, because we get points for completed regions or continents. I'm also trying not to get too focused on that, because the last time I did that, I almost didn't quite make it. So let's go here, and we'll end up take a movement in Rio de Janeiro. So, hey, Devram D. Thanks for joining. Yeah, good thing too many doubles doesn't put you in jail. Yeah. So, funny story about like games like Monopoly and stuff. I still have a few versions of Monopoly, by the way. I think I have Hello Kitty. I have Animal Crossing. Maybe one other one. And it's funny how the most random rolls, I mean, it's dice rolling, you know? But yeah, being in jail is not good. Does anybody else still have any Monopoly versions? I don't know. I don't play them a lot, but I do have them there. Now, if you play them correctly, I do find it's less painful. That makes any idea. Because we've all probably been playing it wrong, right? Extending it by adding more money into the game, that sort of thing. But now that I actually play it correctly, it's not so bad. I mean, the premise of Monopoly is a whole other conversation. But, yeah. Okay, so I got 2 movements. Well, this is good because I need to boot it out of here. So from Rio de Janeiro, because I have a 1 and a 2, it's going to be a travel turn. I'm going to hop on over to Casablanca. And then I could go straight down to Johannesburg. Okay, let's do that. And then we'll go into the next turn. You still have the Star Wars version? I heard that one's good. That's a nice one. Okay, very cool. And then Chalke, the Simpsons Monopoly sitting right next to me, actually. So they do play differently a little bit. The Animal Crossing one was very different from the Hello Kitty, which really just used Hello Kitty theming, but the gameplay was mostly the same. Is it the same for those 2 versions? So I'm not 100% sure. Wow, I'm getting like all the travel now. But before I leave Johannesburg, I do have a collect action. And collecting lets me get one of these symbols from Africa, so I can get the shirt or the map. So let's do the shirt. Those give me more points going forward. And move ahead. Okay, I'm doing much better this game. Actually, it's good that the other one didn't get streamed, because it was bad. Like, as in, I was awful. Alright, let's do that. Oh my gosh, out of the thing. A 3 and a 2, so I do get another travel, which I'm here for. And a collect. So I've hit the 2 spots I need there. So let's go over to Oceania, but we're specifically going to Sydney. And I also get a collect action, so a shirt or a credit card looking thing. I guess we'll do a shirt. That's my collect action, and I moved. So that's it. Wow, we're just flying through this. Shellcut, I could not tell you. This shelf next to me is the pretty sure we're not going to play these anytime soon shelf, and we've been right so far. I mean, I have several of those shelves. Not that it's bad, you just have other things to do. And now you've jinxed yourself. I mean, I've been trying. Like, I've been keeping my games that I have to play for reviews and stuff. Like, one year it was so bad. It was like 200. It was wild. It's so many games, and now I've just been like, hey, like, I need to manage this better, so I'm down to... I have a list of about 65, but that also includes my games that I want to play. So like the actual level of review game is not that high, but I can only play so many at once, right? So I try to play the newer ones out, and then some are just like, hey, whenever you get a chance, and get to those. So, yeah, but there's a lot. It's a lot. Oh my gosh. And I'm trying to downsize soon. So that is something to be considered. Okay, we got more travel. And more travel! So we like the double numbers, because I get to do a travel, and then another action of my choice. Well, we do have to move from here, so let's go to Auckland. Boop, boop, as my first move. I could stay there, or continue my movement. I think I actually want to stay and get another... Oh, wait, what was the other number I rolled? Oh, no, it's a wild, so I'll take another... mask. I'm going to do an explore action because I do that with my double number there. Okay, so let's go to 10. So y'all have big plans this weekend? I feel like I asked this and I realized, nope, I asked that when I didn't think anybody was, what I thought people were here. Hey. Wow, I'm rolling a lot of doubles. I mean, I'm not mad at this. So we can finish this. I'm very excited about completing this region. Bam! So we're going to use a movement, which we have to get up to Suva, which is going to be that, because I've completed that. And I could use another movement, or I could do another one to get a symbol, explore action, so I will take an explore action. Now, this is rough out here. Rough! All right. Okay, I'm getting nervous, because we're getting down to the wire there. Although, I don't know if I actually get the points for the extra round, but we'll talk about it when we get there. Oh, 2... Oh my gosh. So another movement. I mean, I'm not terribly upset about this. I'm going to head over to Tokyo. And then whilst in Tokyo, I will take my wild action to explore and get another mask. That's that. So ideally, if I hit another spot here, and then hit another, so another spot in Asia, we'll mark the 2 there. Another spot in Africa will actually complete this region. And then I need, oh, okay. I got some turns, but I gotta time this properly. So a 6 and a 5. Okay, so I'm not moving. Okay, this is where I get nervous. So I get 2 explore actions where I am in Tokyo. So I could, in fact, use one of them to get the masks, and then one of them to get the cutlery. Because those are the 2 symbols. So I'll just do that close so you can actually see what I'm talking about. So it's a little blurry, but you get an idea. So here, where I am, I get to take 1 explore action. So I'll take that, the mass, and then the other will be the cutlery. And then I get to mark them down here. There's just more points for the end of the game. And Shellcat, you're saying you have no plans at all, just got the most beautiful version of a game in, so maybe we'll give it a play. Oh! Did you get... Oh my gosh, where is it? I had it sitting here, and... Okay, of course, now it's out of my sight. Story... I think it's in the same world as Mythwind. Storywind, Mythwind... Anyway, Story Wilds, I just got it in. Did you back this as well? I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, so... I don't know if I move this, but we're gonna move it. I love your thing when you win from the game, your little bee goes... That's really funny. Okay, I need to move now. Okay, okay. Ooh, so I can. So 6 is an explore. It gets me another explore where I am in Tokyo. So I am going to take another utensil or cutlery, however you want to say it. Then I'm going to come down to Agra. So I'm going to use that 6 because it's a double down to here. Now keep in mind, I can't double back here. So let's just make sure we're doing a thing. So Agra, that's my movement. Hop over here for round 14 or turn 14. Oh, no, it's called Story Wilds and I thought I brought it downstairs, but I must have brought it upstairs to look at it. But you got a jewelry box edition of Artistry from Duxomium Games. It sounds so familiar. It sounds really nice. 2 and a 3. Okay, so I got a 2 and a 3. So I do have a movement, which I'm gonna need. Which is actually gonna finish this region, which is great. Oh, I could finish this region and finish this. Okay, now I'm just being greedy, but yes. So we're gonna... But I also get a collect. And I do need that. So I'll do the collect first, because Renesia, I can get one of the maps. Oh, I could do that. That makes more sense. Finish a row. It's more points. And then I can take that move to come over to Istanbul. And I finish that region there. So, bam. This moves here. This is great. Okay. Okay, movement is good. Movement is good. So we got a 5, which is an explorer, and a movement. I can do these in the order. Keeping in mind we're in Istanbul. If I come down here to Cairo, that'll also complete that region. We're not mad about that. And just popped in. Time roller. Heyo, thanks for popping in. We're just trying to make our way to the end of this roll and write. It says 15 minutes. I'm also chatting, but I would say it's pretty quick. And we're talking about sorry, where did I even end up? Sorry, I'm in Istanbul. We're talking about weekend plans and new games. So if there's any of those on your docket, please share. So I can move and then do an explore action, but let me see. That is good. Both options work for me. So let's move first. So we're going to move down to Cairo, which also then my explore action gets me one of the little pillars or buildings, and I also completed that region because I have all 3 dots completed. This is good. This is good. So now we'll move that forward, although I'm getting real tight on time here. So let's see how it goes with the rounds. Bellcat, they did Botany and Le Fleur and have Endearment kickstarting right now. Probably the most aesthetic games I own and a good level of complexity without being decision paralysis. I did not play Botany. I've seen it, and it is pretty. And Le Fleur is also another one. Like, worth me checking out? I don't know if anybody else has played these games either, but I'd be curious, like, if it's worth me checking out. Maybe? Something to consider. Okay. So now we gotta move. I don't know if I moved this or not yet. Did I? Did I? Okay, we'll just do this. I don't remember, to be honest. Okay, so we literally need 1, 2 movement to get back up here. Or I can just do 1 movement. So, but I got a couple turns to hopefully get that. Okay, so I did in fact get a movement. So we're gonna go from we're gonna go from Cairo to Rome. And then in Rome, I get a collect action, so Europe. So I can either get a cup or a shirt. What's going to help me out? Neither are great. Actually, neither are going to help me in the end scheme of things, so doesn't matter. So let's just do the cup. Move that forward and hope for some extra movement here. Hey, Panda, thanks for popping in. We were just talking about games. And Chelcat mentioned Botany and Le Fleur, and Endearment. Endearment is kickstarting right now. So I'm not familiar with that one, but I also haven't been on Kickstarter. I've been playing a lot of solo RPGs. I'm going through Forgery by Banana Chan. It's a solo RPG. It's so good. And there's coloring in it. Huh? Anyway. She was kind enough to see my post and said, oh, would you like the sequel? I'm like, I would love the sequel. So very excited. Has a little bit of darkness in it, but I'm kind of here for that. If I don't get movement, okay, this is bad. I might be stuck here. I got a 6 and a 4. And I'm in, where did I circle? Oh, okay, I'm in Rome. So a 6 gets me an explore action, which gets me another one of these. That's not the end of the world. And the collect action gets me a cup or a shirt. Again, these are not giving right now, but sure, we'll take the shirt because I only get one of the symbols. We're at turn 19. Seriously, I just need a movement. Oh, thank God. Okay, if that were... So I could just... I mean, I don't think I get a ton of extra points for doing anything anyway, but... 3 is a collect. Sure, it doesn't matter because it's a symbol of the continent, so... I'll take a cup. Again, I didn't finish it. And then I can just move back into here. I don't trust it. So there we go. So I've made it back to London with 1 turn to spare. We'll have to take a look and we'll talk about that. But now I think I might take a look at... Okay, so Panda, you want to play Le Fleur and Botany. You haven't yet. Hellcat, I think they're worth trying, but not worth buying without trying. Le Fleur is stronger than Botany as a game, but I like Botany's theme and a sense of adventure, which introduces maybe a little too much randomness. Okay, that's good to know, because I don't know a ton about either. I'm pretty sure Suzanne had mentioned Botany, maybe? She had mentioned them, so maybe I'll have to take a look at it. So, but, no, thanks for that. I mean, always looking for more games to add to the pile. And I mean, that's, like, nice games. I feel like I'm really focusing on a lot more solo RPGs. Like, anything I buy lately has been RPG-focused, just because I get so many games. And then I still have some Kickstarters that are fulfilling. Although there's one in particular, like, I don't think I'll ever see it, but that doesn't happen too often. But people need to communicate. That might be a whole other stream altogether, but just saying. Communicate, communicate, communicate. Now, in the solo game, it doesn't talk about this. So technically, sorry, let's back it up. The game will end because I've hit at least two places per area or per continent, and made it back to where I started, which was London. So the game is ending. And so you do that. Okay, perfect. In the other version, it says if you end early, and it doesn't say this for solo, by the way, but let's see what it says. The end of the game is triggered when a player has visited 2 or more cities in each region, which I've done, and has returned to their starting city, which I've done. The player that does this scores a bonus 3 points. I mean, I'm playing by myself. So do I still get the 3 points? We're going to say, yeah, let's do it. So I'm going to give myself my 3 points. This is also the party mode version, so I think that's what it's referring to. But I know I did read something. Oh, here it is. When a player has visited each region and has returned to their starting city, they score points equal to the number of remaining turns. That player's trip is over, and they do not take any more actions for the rest of the game. So technically, I could get, what is it, one more point. I'd get 1 more point if that were the case. So it doesn't say that here, but it does say it on the sheet. So maybe I can give myself that extra, like, bonus. We'll see. All right, time to score. Okay, so for the collect, you know what? I'll zoom in a bit so you can actually see what I'm doing. Again, might be just a smidgy blurry. I just have to figure out how to fix the script, but hey, I learned about macros, scripting, MIDI controls. These are things I've never done before. Macros I'm familiar with. Okay, so in the collect, it's 6 points per row completed. Wow, this is bad. I only did 1, so I got 6 points. And then columns, wow, a big fat 0. This score is going to be way worse than my other score. That's terrible. So I only did a whopping 6 under collect. And then for the explore action, it's for how many, the farthest I've gotten on the line. So it's a total of, we got to 9 here, 6 here, which is 15, and then only 2 here, so that's 17 for the explore action. Wow, this is poor, everybody. Regions completed. Let's just do a double check, meaning I got all 3 of the dots in that continent or area. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I missed one. So 4. Ooh, I missed one. So that's not bad. So I got a total of 11 for that one. I'm going to give myself the 3 plus the 1 for the extra round. Why not? Cheating or not, I'm doing it. So that's 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 38. Wow, I got 38 points. Oh, that's so bad. It's so bad. Oh, that's funny. Well, that's okay, because now you see how the game is played. So that is Around the World in 15 Minutes, currently on Kickstarter. Shiny Pigeon, they do a lot of printable games. This is one they wanted to do to kind of, you know, quick and easy. And they have a bunch of other maps that you can do. This is just the basic map, but they have other maps like the US, all of Europe, and they have special. So there you go. So you want to check it out. It is currently on Kickstarter. This isn't a paid gig, by the way. They just asked if I'd play it. I said, sure, I like a good roll and write. I'm usually very bad at them, but at least it gives people an idea of how the game works. So don't play like me, do better. All right, let me swing back over to the main seat and we can get to chatting. Thanks for joining, Panda. And yes, I hope your day and weekend goes smoothly as well. And Timer Lord, I have too many games to play them, silly. Yeah, don't I know it? You know what? I can't even look. It actually makes me really upset about how many games I have to play. All right, all. I gotta run. Y'all have a great day. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Oh, and the dogs are like, it's time to leave. Talk to y'all later. Okay? See you soon. Bye.